Hi guys, my name is Pratap and I'm going to talk about Palo Alto. So this particular recording session that I'm making for you, so which will be describing what is Palo Alto, benefit of Palo Alto and Palo Alto certification. Okay, so this is a small introduction and information will be having here, so which may help you out. So first of all, I would like to tell you like why Palo Alto and what are the need of getting Palo Alto in the industry or in your business scale or including your business. Okay, and how is going to help you. What all benefits you will get once you'll be connected with iNetwork expert. So the content that we are going to talk about. So that is your this about Palo Alto networks. So what is your certification all about like PCNSA? Okay. So then we will talk about what is the benefit of Palo Alto certification, and then instructor who are going to take the session, and why you should go for iNetwork expert. So we are going to have a small discussion on that. Okay. So now let's come back to that content. If you think about that Palo Alto networks, so they are in the market, almost 15 years. They come up with that lot many innovations, lot many technologies, lot many advanced signatures and technologies. So that's what industry leading them almost top in the market. So how you will believe that Palo Alto is leading in the top in the market? So I think you heard about Magic Quadrant. Magic Quadrant of whom? Gartner. So Gartner is a body who actually exhibit that information about the topmost product in the industry. Now if you see Gartner Magic Quadrant, the leaders, who are the leaders? Palo Alto, Fortinet, Cisco, Checkpoint. They are the leaders. So who are challenges? Huawei. But this is 2020 in Jan. But after that what happened with Huawei? They won't be in the picture. So now you can see here that niche player and visionaries. Shofus and Forcepoint, they are in the visionaries. Okay. So this is all about the things. Gartner Magic Quadrant, who will give this the information about like who is the leader right now. So you can see here Palo Alto they are leading. Then you having Fortinet, but this gap is not so much. Now they come up. Cisco also having a plenty of new products like DNS Center, IES, and all those. So they are coming almost equal to your Palo Alto and Checkpoint too. Anyway, so when you are in this quadrant in a leader, that really means a lot, man. So that's what the main things I would like to tell you, like why you should go for that Palo Alto. Anyways, so after that you'll be coming here to the next, like why we should go for that PCNSA certification. So knowledge is your proof. You will be having knowledge that is exactly uh, you know you're having a power. Certification that is going to prove you that you know that products. So PCNSA that this very specific certification will be giving you the idea like how to deal with the products, what all products are there in that Palo Alto, how to connect to them, how what all services are available, how to deal with that service, how to manage with this all service, what all managed procedures are there. So we are here to guide you in full fledged way as a industry experienced guy is going to help you out uh, throughout the session how you'll be make the things done. All right. So this is all about your PCNSA certification, and you also know that why the certification is required. Okay, so then Palo Alto certification, they'll be having plenty stages like PCCSA, PCNSA, and PCNEC. So this is all about PCCA. So that basically your cyber security ideas, what are the threats, what are the attacks, what are the attack vectors, type of attacks, and all those information. It's not necessarily that you have to start with this. You can start with this. Okay. uh, Palo Alto certified associate, security associate. So you can start with that PCNSA, and then you can be security engineer. So you can go here later on. So that's the path for your certification. Okay. So then about the instructor, I mean, I'm going to talk about me a small. So myself, Pratap Jantwa. Basically, I will be having more than 9 years of experience, 9 years plus, in various domain and various products. So throughout the pan India, I have worked. Almost all the states I roam around 3 to 4 times while I was doing deploying and product-based training. I mean providing trainings. So like starting from NGC, Air Force, Army, IIM, and with their deployment, even IIT recently, which is in February. I have not mentioned it here. So then SBI Bank. So they are making a big data center over here in Andhra Pradesh. Canara Bank, Bank of India, etc. And internationally, I have done a plenty. So uh, the big one you have done that is Kenya Airlines, Vodafone Ghana, GRA, I mean Ghana Revenue Authority, Nigeria governments, and so on, like Oman, Yemen, and plenty other countries. So that is all about me. So then after doing this PNSA, so you can go for PNSE. So that is quite higher end. But PCNSA, which will be giving you the enough foundation. I mean ideas how to deal with the protocols, how to deal with the products, how to deal with the services, every single thing, every single terms you will be knowing over here at PCNSA. Now we'll coming to that PCNEC job, and how this particular module is going to help you out. So basically, if you're having a quite a good experience and you are going through this module, that is also will be going to add some value added stuff in your profile. So you can switch your profile in the different other security domains. And you know that every single organization they should have, and they already having like security domain, and some people they will be required all the time. You know that without security nowadays, let it be anything comes, like automation comes, whatever it comes, but they should have that security team, because you can't do everything automate. Okay, so you have to have the people to take care. So that's what this is that one course which is really going to give you some good mileage in your career. Okay, so coming back to that salary package. So this is the overall package, but still I can tell, like this package may vary based on your experience, your exposure, and all. Okay, so coming back to that content. So these are the content. There have a lot many subtopics are there. So it will be there, and we are going to talk about that. Now once we'll be coming back to that classes, total duration of classes will be 20 to 24 maximum. Will be classes will be there. Class will be 2 hours. Maybe sometime when they're doing labs, so it could be 3 hours. Maybe that depends. So extra class will be provided, and we are Indian, so mostly we do speak these are the two languages mostly. So for the lab, you can build in your own machine. I will be really help you to do that with the application and other things. So you don't need to be worried about that. So I will be helping you to build the lab. So building the lab, I will be making the special, especially when we will connect, I will be showing one of your machine, and you can check that, and you can make a video and you can pass on through your friends. Okay, or still you having an issue, I can guide you on that. So these are the support and services related stuff you can get in touch. And about the books, how you will be getting that things. Now once we'll come back to that global certification, so you can go for the global certification and all those. Okay, like vendor certification I want to mean, like after doing this training, so you can go for certification. And if you need some like DUMS kind of stuff, I do have, I can guide you with that. But you need some players to run that files, so that player I guess you need to buy. So then any extra class you will be provided, and this will be the certification format. I mean, once you will be done with the training, so you'll get this certification, and this could be the probably the format, and you will get it. Okay, so this will be your total agenda of the session that I just discussed with you. Now regarding that content, if you have any questions, okay, just a minute. Yeah, regarding the content, suppose like what is next generation firewall, and how it's going to work and all those. So let's have a small chat on that. Okay. So guys, if you see that firewall, initially when firewall came into the market, Cisco was leading, and they was taking that uh, you know everything. I mean everything Cisco, 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 and all. So Cisco initially when came to the market, they had a one very famous firewall, that is Cisco Pix. So later on they have obsolete, then they came later on they come up with another one, that is ASA. So the Pix ASA, whatever you are talking about, that is the first gen firewall, like first generation firewall. So nowadays the first generation firewall is no more effective to have in your uh, environment. So why? Because like if you see in the first generation firewall, what they do, they basically can filter the network, like filter the network. Okay, then they can work on let's say IP, they can work on subnet. Okay, now they can work on protocols, let's say IP like TCP or UDP. Okay, and port number. Fine. So these are the limitation. Up to this much only you can do with the first generation firewall. So there is a huge gap when you want to block some application, you want to block some ID, you want to block some service. These all will be having a huge gaps here. So like when next generation firewall came to the picture, so along with the first generation they have come up with a few things. Let's say URL filtering. They will be having URL filtering. They will be having user endpoint protection. Alright. They'll be having application filtering, application monitoring. application filtering or monitoring. Now, microservices or micro application monitoring. Suppose microservices or let me give you one example. Suppose you are allowed to do the Facebook, but you won't be able to do Facebook calling. You will be able to do the WhatsApp chat, but you won't be able to do the WhatsApp calling. This kind of microservices, micro application can be monitored or can be blocked. So that is the main thing coming to the next generation firewall. All right. So next generation firewall will be having all service together. I mean first and second generation. So that's what mostly you can call as a UTM, Unified Threat Management. Not only that, your IPS IDS service also will be included here. Your email services will be included here. Your botnet service will be included here. Every single thing, like whatever the latest threat vectors, everything will be included here in the next generation firewall. Okay, so now once we'll be talking about that Palo Alto firewall. Palo Alto firewall could be in your VM based, like it could be your virtual, and it could be your physical machine. So based on that, your company, which one they are procuring. All right. So based on that, you can have either VM or physical machine. So if you think about that physical machine in hardware, so they will be having different series like PA200, PA500, PA3020, PA3020X, like plenty of that hardware models will be there. They will be having different capacity of RAM, etc. Like starting from small organization, enterprise, and business, cloud based, like they'll be having a different types, safe and size, etc. Okay, so these are the Palo Alto, they'll be having that hardware and all. Now if you get that VM, you can put in your virtual environment, which is your VMware OpenStack. It could be a VMware ESXi, or it could be your KVM. Anywhere you can put it, and you can make use of that. Okay, so Palo Alto having another services, like whenever you'll be having multiple Palo Alto and you are going to manage centrally, like all that firewall will be, you want to see the status, their processor usage, and every single thing. Then you can connect with the panorama. So you'll be giving introduction of the panorama also in this very session. So I'm just ending up here. You guys, if you have any questions, so you're free to reach. And the session will be very much in detail, and will be 100% labs oriented. You can do your own lab. Let me show you, like if you like to have a lab, how the labs will look like. Let me give you a small demo on that. Okay, now let's say this is my VMware. Now you can see here that this is my Eve I do have. Once I'll turn on that Eve, once we'll be turning on this, I have put all that images inside it. I mean images in the sense like operating system of that Palo Alto, checkpoint, ASA, every single thing I have kept it there. Okay. Now this is that virtual environment. Exactly, you'll feel like this is the real time. Okay, in fact it's a real time only, like you can uh, whatever the features and dashboard you will be getting, the similar dashboard you will be getting when you will be working in your company. So this IP I will be put into the browser. mm, let's say 192, and then we'll be putting admin and Eve. Okay, so previously one of that lab I was doing it here. Let me close that, and let me make one new lab for you. Let's say this is Palo demo. I made a lab. So I'll be right click on this. If I want to add node, you can see here, like these are the devices, different kind of uh, systems I do have. You can see Palo Alto. I took that Palo Alto here. Now I will be adding another node. Let's say I want to connect with another switch. So I will be going with the switch here. Then I will be adding one PC. Let's say Windows PC I want to add. And you can make your own lab the way you want. Okay. Now based on your processor and RAM, you can add the machine. Now you want to connect with the cable, so you can connect. You want to add with this, so you can add. Okay. Now suppose you want to turn on this machine, exactly the real operating system I have put it there. Let me start and let me show you up. So the machine is started now. Now I will be click on the switch also. Now same way we can do with the Palo Alto also. See, Palo Alto is going to, it's now see it's turned on. Okay, how will be seen it's a turning on. You'll click here, you'll put it. Now see it started. Now what we are going to do, once it will be starting up, like we'll be put the IP address, and from this browser we can have access. Okay, and we can do the configuration. Like let me give one example. Let's say this is your PC. Now see Windows PC is coming up. Okay, now this is the switch. Now you go here and you can see that the switch, you can see this is your switch, and which is coming up. You got me? Okay, see this is your switch. Exactly real operating system is there in a Cisco IOS. So it is virtual, that's what VIOS, virtual IOS. Okay, I hope you got me now. Now this is your Windows machine. See, I have given very minimum RAM and all those. That's what it's taking a bit time to come up, but that will not really make sense. Once it will come up, you can do the things whatever you like to do. So this will be all the way. I will be guide you to build the lab. See, this is the Eve we have installed here. We have accessing through the browser, and then we have turned up. And I have that secure CRT, but if you have that putty, still that is fine with you. You can do the work. And since it's a real-time operating system, virtual iOS, it's not your IOU. Okay, so it's a virtual iOS. So that's what the image and everything is you can see here VIOS. Okay, so that's what it took some time to come up. That's all. Now you can see. So your machine is up. Okay, now see the virtual machine is up and your switch is up. You can set that IP address and you can make use of that. Alright guys, so have fun, and you can reach me if there is any issues. So see you in the next class guys. Have a good time.